Hi friends! I'm here with my daughters. We're going to do some crafts for you today. Miss Claire read to you The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which both of my girls have always loved, especially this one. We had the book and read it so much that it got destroyed. But anyway, it's a very cute story, and since we're talking about caterpillars and butterflies today, I thought that we can make our own hungry caterpillars. So a lot of you at home have different supplies and different things that you can work with and things that you don't have. So I'm coming up with lots of different ways that you guys can make this. So we have a few different projects that we're going to work on. All of us are going to do something different. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to prepare a butterfly craft. So when the caterpillar turns into a butterfly, we're going to make a butterfly. Now this is going to take a while to dry, so we're going to go ahead and do this first, and then we'll finish it at the end of the video. So girls, why don't you go ahead and grab your paintbrushes, and we're going to start watercoloring our pages. Now, we took a piece of white construction paper here, and we're just going to color the whole thing, just scribble scrabbles all over the whole page, but we want to fill up the whole page and make it look pretty and colorful. You can do it in rainbow. You can do lots of different colors, however you like. See, I'm just doing splotches like this. This watercolor is a little dried out, so we got to get lots of water on it.
Yeah, the purple's kind of dried out. This is going to be easy for me.
Okay,
I
good.
mean, I'm just like, dang.
You want to make sure especially that you get it all in the middle of the paper. The outsides you're not going to see as much when we're finished with it, but the middle you will definitely see. So you want to make sure to cover all that up. It doesn't have to look like anything right now, but at the end you'll see.
Okay. Oh, the orange is pretty.
Yeah.
It's like yellow for some reason.
See how I'm doing lots of different colors just randomly all over the place? Yep, she's going all over.
Just water. Can we make the colors together like
Sure.
this?
So this whole outside edge here, you don't really have to get as much. I said do your whole paper, but I don't really think you need to do the whole thing. Just make sure that the main part of the center is covered. So the more coverage you get, the prettier it'll look.
What's the silver? No, I need more. I need my conditioner. I need more green. Green. I need more silver. Wait, is this white or silver? White.
It's silver. We have glitter paints over here, so they're a little bit different.
Glitter. Holy cow, yes.
Let me see.
Pretty silver.
Purple.
And my home. I need purple. And then blue, because I've never even done blue.
Yeah, I'll do some blue too. Just get along the outside and make sure.
It looks orange.
What does?
The water.
Oh, the water does, yeah. It looks kind of brown. That's what happens when it all gets mixed together like that.
Yeah. Oh, the blue is here. How much are you doing in the middle?
Well, I want you to cover up the whole middle. See how mine is covered in the middle? The outsides aren't, and that's okay. But just make sure that you get the middle, get lots of different colors. It's okay if the colors go on top of each other. I don't have some blue in this area, so I might put a little blue up here. There's some down there.
Holy cow, Mommy.
I like those stripes there.
No,
please don't splash.
Why?
Because you're getting all those papers wet.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine is finished for right now. I'm going to put it aside so that it can dry, so that we can finish up this craft at the end. So this was just something that we were doing in preparation for a later craft that we're going to do. Now, for the Hungry Caterpillar, there's lots of different ways that you can make it. Usually at school we take balloons and we dip them in paint and then we paint it onto a big piece of paper, but I'm aware that you guys might not have the right color paints or even balloons at home. So that is something that you could do. Just blow up a balloon to about this big and then put it in a little plate of paint and then stamp it onto the paper and make your own caterpillar. But I don't have green paint. I have red paint, but not green. So we're not going to do that. So instead, I am going to make, I have a red pipe cleaner here. These are the colors of the Very Hungry Caterpillar. You don't have to use these colors if you don't have them. You can do something else if you like. But this is one way that I'm going to make it. So I have some pony beads, which are these little round beads that we use for a lot of crafting things, and you can make jewelry out of them. I have some of those beads, so I'm going to make my own Hungry Caterpillar out of those beads. So I'm going to take the one at the very end.
The water looks kind of pretty,
Yeah, it's glittery. And then we're going to wrap it around so that this one stays.
blend in. That looks pretty.
It is pretty. Okay, so if you can see, that one's kind of wrapped around that last one just so it stays there. Now I'm going to take the rest of my beads, and if you have enough of the same color beads, then you can do a pattern. You can do an AB pattern or an ABC pattern. I unfortunately had to dig to find the right colors, so I don't have all those because I have a dark green, a light green, and a yellow. So I'm going to use all of those, but I don't have the same numbers of all of them. So I'm just going to put these on randomly. Very pretty. Okay, now Lacey's is done too. So we're going to put this aside. And now she's going to work on her own caterpillar. So for her caterpillar, I drew circles. I drew one big circle for the head and lots of circles for the body. I also drew 2 ovals so that those can be the eyes that are going to go on the caterpillar's face. So Lacey, here you go. Let's put these watercolors away. Here's your scissors, and I want you to go ahead and cut out all of those shapes.
Okay.
Oh, everything is getting wet.
I know.
Okay, so now I'm going to finish putting my beads on. All right, finish up, baby. We gotta keep going.
Done.
I'm going to try to do an ABC pattern as much as I can until I run out.
Make a pattern. Make these 2 guys.
Okay, that's the last of my light green. So as you can see here, I have yellow, light green, dark green, yellow, light green, dark green. That's my ABC pattern. Now I have only yellow and dark green left. So now I'm going to continue on with an AB pattern. Oh, if I can get that in. Okay.
Yay.
So now up here I have green, yellow, green, yellow, green. And that's all the color pipe cleaners I had. So now this is what I'm going to do with the top. I'm going to take the top and I'm going to roll it over, and then I'm going to keep rolling it. As you can see, I'm getting a little spiral here. And this is going to be the caterpillar's face. So can you see how I keep rolling it? I'm just rolling it down. Yeah, it's okay. Just keep cutting out the circles. This was one of those watermelon pages that I had here, but once again, I'm running out of construction paper, so I'm using what I have. So I'm going to keep rolling until it's almost towards the end. Okay, so that's going to be the caterpillar's head. So now I'm going to fold what's left in half.
Almost done. I'm not done. I'm going to cut this.
Okay, fold that in half. Uh-oh.
Okay, cut that.
Well, I was trying to make antenna out of this. I don't think that worked very successfully. Some of these are a trial run, but here, you can work the pipe cleaners There we go. Okay, work the pipe cleaners and shape them into different ways to make the antenna. See? So there's your hungry caterpillar's body, and with the pipe cleaners, you can move it different ways. And then there's his face right there. If you had some wiggle eyes, then you can put them right there. Googly eyes, yep. And then you have antenna on top. I'm going to bend the ends. Awesome. Okay, Brooklyn finished hers, so we're going to put this aside to dry for right now. And Brooklyn is just going to use a piece of paper and markers, and she is going to draw her own hungry caterpillar. Yep. So this is the one that I did. This is a cute little caterpillar here.
Can I use yellow for the body even though it's not on there? Sure. Okay.
And then another thing that we did previously is we had some pom-poms. You cut everything out?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So Lacey is done with all of her circles.
Okay.
So this is going to be the head. So Lacey, I want you to glue the eyes onto the head. Go ahead and glue the eyes on.
And you have to do this. What is this?
Yep, you don't want to see that side. You want to see this side.
What was that supposed to be?
It was part of the watermelon. Okay, go ahead and glue your eyes on. Here's your glue stick right here.
Yes, my precious glue stick.
Okay. We used some pom-poms and we used a clothespin and we glued them all together and made this cute little caterpillar and put some wiggly eyes on them.
They're not wiggly eyes.
Googly eyes. Oh, my bad. I'm getting corrected by a now 6-year-old. So we made this. We call him a cutie critter. But we used 3 of the medium-sized ones and 1 of the big ones because it's just what we had on hand. We have a whole bunch of random stuff all over the house. But I thought this one was cute because you can use a clothespin and open it up so it looks like he's eating stuff. Because he's going to be eating stuff later because he's a very hungry caterpillar. So these are 2 of the little caterpillars that we've made so far. Okay, now Lacey has glued her eyes onto here. Now I want you to glue them on. Just put a little bit of glue at the end. You're going to put a little tiny bit of glue and then you're going to glue on the pieces of the body. Just like that, okay? Okay, go ahead and glue on the body parts. All right, while they're doing that, I'm going to take some Play-Doh. We have green Play-Doh. We do not have red Play-Doh. We did at some point. Ooh, I like your face so far. But I'm sure it probably dried out. So we have pink Play-Doh. It's going to work because we're just going to make do with what we have. So I'm going to use my Play-Doh to...
He has purple antenna, right?
This Play-Doh's hard to get out.
He
has purple antenna? Sure, whatever color you want, baby. And then I'm going to use the green Play-Doh as his body. Okay. Oh, there's still chunks in there. Okay. Are you gluing them together? It fell off? Okay. So now I'm just going to take little pieces of my Play-Doh and I'm going to roll it up in my hands, roll it into a ball. There's one part of the body. Then I'm going to take another chunk. Very nice. Roll it into another chunk. Then you can kind of stick them together. And then this I'm just going to tear in half so that we can do 2 more pieces. Roll it up. Stick it together. Let me get the watercolor stuff out of the way.
I want to make it have wings.
Wings?
Yeah.
No, we're not going to have the wings.
Why?
Very nice. See, Lacey's gluing them together over here. You can kind of see it coming together. Okay, keep going with your last few ones.
Wait, the caterpillar doesn't have a mouth?
We'll draw that in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, then we're going to put our last piece of the body on there. And then for the head, he's got a really big head, so I'm just going to use all of the pink. And I'm going to stick that on. So there's Brooklyn's very hungry caterpillar. You want to put some legs on him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, somewhere around here, I had some pipe cleaner. But we have too many things on the table and I can't seem to find it. So I was going to use, I had a pipe cleaner that I cut in half. Brooklyn, will you look on that table and see if there's a green pipe cleaner on there?
Green?
Yeah. Next to the markers.
Mommy.
All right, I also have some googly eyes here. I got some big googly eyes. I don't know what happened to my pipe cleaner.
Pipe cleaner. No.
And I'm going to stick my googly eyes on there.
Pipe cleaner cleans. Done.
And if I could find my pipe cleaner, very nice caterpillar. If I could find it, then I would have stuck the pipe cleaner in the Play-Doh to make my caterpillar antenna. And here's Lacey's. Okay, so Lacey, he has green eyes, so why don't you color some green eyes in the middle of the yellow? And then you can get him a brown nose, or a brown mouth if you like.
Okay. What, is there a mouth on the Very Hungry Caterpillar?
Well, he's got to eat somehow, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He is a very hungry caterpillar that eats a lot.
I'm gonna do it like a happy face, cause can I do it?
No, we're gonna do the food in just a second.
I'm gonna do it. I'm doing that cause he's eating.
Okay.
Can I do some teeth?
If you want to draw teeth, go ahead and draw some teeth.
Look at that, it's cute.
It is cute.
It's cute little.
So Lacey did a chomping mouth where he can eat.
That's his little tongue at the bottom.
That was his tongue there.
He does
Yeah.
a speck. That's the mouth.
So in the story of the Very Hungry Caterpillar, he eats a lot of food. Can you guys remember some of the food that he ate?
Cheese.
Cheese, yep.
I love cheese.
What
Apple.
else? Apple. Lacey, what kind of food did he eat? Strawberries.
Lollipop.
Lollipop.
Look at it.
He had some
Pickle.
sausage.
Pickles.
Yeah. What else?
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
Pears.
Pears. Can you remember anything? Come sit down.
Plums.
Plums.
Pickle.
Pickle. Yeah.
Apple.
So
Lollipop.
yeah, we went around the house and tried to find as many of the foods as possible that the hungry caterpillar can eat. That he ate. So we have a plate here of everything we got. So we were able to find an apple, a strawberry, cheese. He eats Swiss cheese, and we didn't have Swiss cheese, but cheddar cheese works. A lollipop, and a pickle.
Apple. It's dripping everywhere.
It's got pickle juice. Yep.
Yeah.
So you can have your little caterpillar guy come eat all the food so that he turns into a big, fat caterpillar. See? You can.
Yummies. I'm taking the cheese for myself, though.
And then you can pick up your guys
for
and pretend that he's eating all
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
food.
Yeah.
Okay, you can eat the cheese.
I can eat my cheese?
You got pickle juice. Yes, you can eat the cheese. You want the strawberry?
Yes, please.
Okay. So after he eats all of that food, what happens?
He gets big and fat
Yeah?
and turns into a cocoon.
Yeah? And then when he's in the cocoon, what does he do? After
into a beautiful butterfly.
Yeah, after 2 weeks. Oh, you're spitting strawberry on my face. After 2 weeks, he nibbles a hole in the cocoon and he turns into a beautiful butterfly. So now we're going to go back to these now. I think they're almost dry. It looks kind of wet, but I think it's just because it's glittery that it looks wet.
That's mine.
So I have 3 different pieces of paper here, construction paper. Let me move these guys out of the
Can I
way.
have red?
Sure. What color would you like?
Yellow.
Yellow? Okay. Once again, this is part of the watermelon thing. So I'm going to fold my paper in half. So parents, you might need to help with this part. Hold on. I haven't done anything yet. Okay. Now I'm going to take my Sharpie
I want to eat the
and
camera.
I'm going to draw half of a butterfly.
I'm going to eat the camera. I'm hungry.
Okay. And then I'm also going to do some
It's a
antenna.
strawberry.
Okay, so on Lacey's paper, I drew half a butterfly with the antenna on there. So Lacey, I want you to cut that out. But make sure that when you draw, you're drawing on the fold, okay? Because you want them to cut through 2 pieces of paper. So Lacey, here's your scissors. Here, let me have your strawberry top.
I was done.
Okay, go ahead and start cutting that out. Now, Brooklyn, I'm going to draw the same thing on yours, so ignore the watermelon.
Okay.
Just cut out And if you have different kinds of butterflies, maybe you can do a monarch butterfly or a painted lady butterfly or whatever you like. Go ahead and you start cutting that out.
Bigger scissors.
And I forgot to get scissors for myself.
Wait, you don't
but
cut the antenna?
Yes, cut the antenna out too.
Like this?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I'm going to fold mine. And I'm not even going to draw a butterfly. I'm just going to cut it out by myself as soon as somebody's done.
I'm going to be done in a second. Done.
Okay, good stuff. Pick up that other paper. Now this is your butterfly, but you can just throw this in the trash because we don't need that part. So, yep, you need that part.
No.
So I'm going to cut out my version of a butterfly.
I'm a flying butterfly. I'm gonna kill it.
No, be nice.
Lunch.
Okay, so I got my butterfly cut out. Brooklyn got hers. Now we're going to take our watercolor that we did earlier.
Look at
There you go.
It's a watermelon butterfly. But what are we going to do about the watermelon?
You're going to turn it over. On the part that you have this, you're going to glue on that side. So I'm going to glue on this side. Lacey, it doesn't really matter for you.
Side?
Yep, so take your glue stick and you're going to glue.
I don't have a glue stick.
You can use this one in just a second.
Oh.
No, you have your own glue stick right here. You have your little one.
Why do I have to use my little one?
Okay, here you go. So I put glue all over that, and then I'm going to place it right on top of my watercolor.
That's pretty, actually.
Thank you.
Very pretty.
So after you make your hungry caterpillar, and he eats all of the yummy food,
He's going to turn
he turns into a beautiful butterfly. Let's see how theirs looks. Yeah.
But do I need to hurry up on this?
It's okay. You can take your time.
I can't.
All right. Now this is how Brooklyn's turned out. Isn't that a pretty butterfly? And since it is springtime, you can put these around the house. You can decorate your house with springtime butterflies.
I need to my paper.
Okay, turn your paper
That
this
is
way.
sparkly.
Yeah.
I need the glue stick.
Hey, Lacey, you want to hold up your butterfly?
I need to get this.
Okay, turn it over and show them what yours. It's okay. That's what Lacey's looks like. Very pretty. So, friends, once again, since you might not have any of these supplies, I would like for you to go around your house and try to find whatever you can. You can use Legos, you can use toys, you can use socks if you want to. Try to make your own hungry butterfly. And if you can have your parents take a picture of it and post it on our Shutterfly to see how creative you were about trying to find different things around your house to make your own, your caterpillar, make your own caterpillar, I would love to see them. This is not anything that you have to do. It's just something fun that we thought that we would do together with you guys because they love the Hungry Caterpillar so much. And they love crafting too. So, yeah, that's about it. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will talk to you soon. Want to say bye, ladies?
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Peace.